Hello everyone, today is another Tuesday update video for you. Sorry for missing the one last week. These will be more regular now. If you're new to the channel, we go over quite a lot in this video. I go over any Division 2 news, we go over community news for our community, and we cover all the resets for you, so the invaded mission reset and the vendor reset. I also put all timestamps down in the video description so you can skip to whatever point of the video that you want. But first, before we get into that, I just want to give the channel members a huge shout out. Yesterday, we reached an all-time high for the channel of 159 members. Thank you so much for the support. We're on the road to 200. We're going to do a 24-hour stream at 200 as well. If you want to support that way, go and click on join from the channel homepage and help me get 200. We're also having fun this month with our raid streams where you get to pick the role as well. We talk about it in the streams when we go live. But if you can support any way you can, I really appreciate it. Hit like on this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel for more content from me. But the most important thing with this plug is just to check out our community. We're on the way to 24,000 members. When you finish with the video today, make sure you come and check our community out. It's linked at the top of the video description. Now, we're going to start with the Division 2 news in the last week. Now, unless you live under a rock, you would have definitely seen this. We've had a roadmap release. There's loads of good news that came out in the last week about the Division 2. So very, very briefly, you can see that the mobile game got announced. That's called the Division Resurgence. A lot of talk about that right now. Season 10 got announced for the end of August, where there's going to be new legendary missions. Countdown's getting a revamp. There's going to be new gear, new Manhunt and all that. But then Season 11 got announced for start of December as well, where you're going to again have like a new Manhunt, new gear and everything, quality of life improvements, but a brand new game mode again, which was very surprising. So we've got new legendaries coming, we've got a new game mode coming to see out the year as well. But even bigger news to that as well was that they also confirmed there is going to be a year 5 on the Division 2. So there's a lot of talk about that. What will year 5 be? People have been asking me what I think about that. We'll probably do a separate video as we get closer. But I'm really thinking with all the staff they've been taking on and all the job vacancies that have been going out recently, I'd love to see another Warlords of New York style expansion for the game. So that's a ton of content coming to the Division universe, and we haven't even mentioned Heartland, which went through a closed test in June as well. I think that game's approaching release also, which could be very, very good. It's great to see the developers get excited as well. See the tweet here by Yannick, busy times ahead, and what's that about year 5? All thanks to you, agents. The game's truly alive right now. I think all this as well, I hope, is going to be leading on to a Division 3 also, which would be incredible. Moving on to some community news very, very quickly as well. We've recently introduced community trophies and we're doing loads of community events. We want them to be more regular. And the feedback's been great about this. Thanks to everyone that's been taking part in these events. I know they're not for everybody. You don't have to take part. But it's been really fun. And we've got a current event on for July. It's going on until the 1st of August. And I'm going to be streaming raids all month. And if you also do raids on the Division 2, you can enter this event by just sharing the amount of completions you have on each raid currently, and at the end of the month sharing how many you have then to see how many raids you've done in July. If you can do more raids than me, you're going to get a certain trophy, or even if you just take part, you get a community trophy also. And for members, as I said earlier in the streams, if you're a member, you can use your free super chats to pick what role that I do in my raid streams, or if you become a member, you can also pick what role that I do. So having a lot of fun with this. The Chang League actually just ended today, so we also do an event every single league on the season where I set out some times and you guys have to beat me. These have been really fun as well. I'm going to get an announcement out today of who beat us on the Chang League and give you those community trophies also. We will be doing the Xander League as well, which starts next week. That'll be the last one of the season. But these events have been very, very good. I just want to say thank you for everyone that's been taking part in them. We got loads more events coming also, so keep an eye out in the community for them. Moving on to the game now and the weekly reset. We're going to start off with the weekly activities. As we just said, the Chang League has just ended. Shade Exposed Global Event has just ended also. And what started today is the Manhunt target Major Xander. So that is live today. You got double XP for the first however many levels or XP that you get. So you can take advantage of that. You'll get a Season 9 Hidden Alliance cash also for getting that XP. And once you've done this Manhunt, this is the final Manhunt of the 4 you have to do, the lieutenants, before you get Captain Lewis. So you'll be able to take on the prime target Captain Lewis as well today. I'm looking forward to this. I'm actually going to be streaming this tonight, so I won't be able to do this until later on tonight. But we'll be streaming it from 8 p.m. UK if you want to tune in. But that's what is available on the activities this week. And for those that want to know what the invaded missions are for this week, you have got Bank Headquarters, DCD Headquarters, Camp White Oak. Once you've done those 3 missions, you're going to get Roosevelt Island. And obviously, once all 4 of them are done, you're going to unlock Tidal Basin to do. I always recommend that you do these. We say this every single week we do this video. If you need some specialization points, these are great. They give you a named item for every single mission you complete as well, and a good amount of XP, especially if you turn directives on. So I highly recommend doing these if you need any of that. But unfortunately, there is no Grand Washington Hotel still this week. I know a lot of people are waiting for the Nemesis blueprint. Hopefully that will be next week. And your weekly legendary project for the exotic cache is Capital Building this week. So all that's left to do now is the vendor reset for you. We're going to be starting at the countdown vendor, and we'll go around every single vendor, going through every item that is on sale this week. I'll discuss any items that I like on the way, but as always, if there's anything that you're going to be buying and anything that you think's good this week, do share in the video comments for people to have a look at reading through them. It's very, very helpful. So we're going to start with the countdown vendor, and this week you're able to buy the Kuelbre, which is the name shotgun that comes with perfect jazz hands. It's got shotgun damage, damage to armor, and damage a target out of cover on it. There's a appointment chest piece with armor, weapon handling, headshot damage, and that comes with perfect vanguard. And then there's a Zerto F's chest piece with armor, crit chance, explosive resistance, and that comes with perfectly unbreakable. At the White House vendor this week, you're able to buy a Caesar's Guard chest piece, which is the named Empress International one. It's got skill tier, health, headshot damage, and perfectly skilled on it. There's an M1928 with SMG damage, crit chance, magazine size, and flatline. A G36C with assault rifle damage, health damage, reload speed, and ranger. Got a snub-nosed Dicerus with pistol damage, crit chance, and eyeless. A badge tough backpack with armor, armor regen, crit chance, and wicked. An Overlord chest piece with weapon damage, crit damage, status effects, and skilled. We have a 9.9% crit damage mod, a 6.2% armor repair mod for a drone, a 6% duration mod for a turret, and a 4.1% skill ace mod for a sticky. At the clan vendor this week, you're able to buy a test subject with assault rifle damage, health damage, rate of fire, and perfectly in sync. There's a foundry holster with armor and skill ace, a foundry chest piece with armor and skill damage, hardwired mask with skill tier and repair skills. Then we have a classic M60 with LMG damage, damage target out of cover, crit chance, and future perfect. Double barrel shotgun with shotgun damage, damage to armor, swap speed, and close and personal. A Spaz 12 with shotgun damage, damage to armor, stability, and ranger. A stub-nosed Dicerus with pistol damage, swap speed, and perpetuation. A lightweight M4 with rifle damage, crit damage, reload speed, and vindictive. Walker Harris knees with weapon damage, explosive resistance, and hazard protection. It's a Providence chest piece with weapon damage, headshot damage, weapon handling, and efficient. And the mods are an 8.6% blind death resistance mod, a 16.6% repair skills mod, an 8% headshot damage mod, and we have a +1 extra mortar ammo for your turret. Going on to the settlements now, we're going to start at the campus. This week you're able to buy a Commando with marksman rifle damage, headshot damage, damage target out of cover, and perfectly naked. A Hunting M44 with marksman rifle damage, headshot damage, crit chance, and preservation. There's an infantry MG5 with LMG damage, damage target out of cover, headshot damage, and optimist. Alp Summit mask with skill tier, explosive resistance, and skill aced. Richter and Kaiser holster with skill tier, skill aced, and hazard protection. We have a 16.2% repair skills mod, a +1 ammo for your chem, a 4.2% damage mod for your hive, an 8.8% effect duration mod for your pulse, and a 4.2% duration mod for your trap. And at the theatre settlement this week, you're able to buy another Kuelbre with shotgun damage, damage to armor, health damage, and perfect jazz hands. It's a tactical Super 90 with shotgun damage, damage to armor, rate of fire, and vindictive. An ACRSS with rifle damage, crit damage, damage to armor, and ignited. A Richter and Kaiser gloves with skill tier, crit damage, and health. Gilligard knees with armor, armor regen, and skill aced. Then we have an 8.5% ensnare resistance mod. We have a 4.3% radius mod for seekers, a 4.1% deflected damage mod for your shield, 7.9% speed mod for a firefly, and a 6% health mod for a decoy. Onto the DZ vendors now. We're going to start at DZ West. And on sale this week is an Everlasting Gaze with rifle damage, crit damage, swap speed, and perfect perpetuation. It's a KSG shotgun with shotgun damage, damage to armor, swap speed, and spike. A lightweight M4 with rifle damage, crit damage, health damage, and flatline. We've got some rigger gloves with skill tier and skill aced. Negotiator's Dilemma knees with weapon damage and crit chance. Golden Gloves with armor, hazard protection, and skill damage. Empress International Knees with skill tier, repair skills, and skill damage. Then we have an 8.5% blind death resistance mod, 4.1% radius for your seekers, a 4.1% holstered regeneration for your shield, a 5.7 blind effect duration for your firefly, and a 6% duration mod for your decoy. And then on to DZ South. This week you're able to buy the apartment with SMG damage, crit hit chance, damage to armor, and perfectly measured. Basically the house of the Division 1 is the first item this week that I thought might be good. So if you do need the apartment, grind for your DZ credits this week. It's 152. It's a very good SMG, highly rated on the game. And damage to armor is a good attribute, so you could max out SMG damage and optimize the rest on that. There's a police UMP45 with SMG damage, crit hit chance, magazine size, and spike. An F2000 with assault rifle damage, health damage, rate of fire, and ranger. A first wave PF45 with pistol damage, crit hit damage, and strained. Hardwired backpack with skill tier and headshot damage. Ongoing directive chest with weapon damage and headshot damage. It's a Fenris backpack with weapon damage, crit hit damage, armor regen, and opportunistic. A Cheska chest with weapon damage, headshot damage, armor regen, and gunslinger. And for the mods, there's a 4.4% crit hit chance mod, a 6.2% duration for a drone, a 4.2% burn damage for a turret, and a 4.3% skill aced for a sticky. And the final DZ vendor to check is at DZ East, and this week you're able to buy the White Death with marksman rifle damage, headshot damage, optimal range, and future perfect. An M700 carbon with marksman rifle damage, headshot damage, magazine size, and ranger. An infantry MG5 with LMG damage, damage target out of cover, headshot damage, and vindictive. So rigger mask with skill tier and repair skills. Striker's holster with weapon damage and crit hit damage. DNH mask with weapon damage, weapon handling, and crit hit damage. Overlord holster with weapon damage, health, and crit hit damage. Then we've got a 10.1% skill aced mod, a 5.9% skill aced mod for your chem, a 7.6% health mod for a hive, an 8.7% radius mod for a pulse, and a 4.3% duration mod for a trap. Now we're off to New York for the final two vendors. We're going to start at Marco. This week he is selling an F2000 with assault rifle damage, health damage, crit hit damage, and strained. If you like the F2000, that's a very good talent for an assault rifle. So that could be a must buy for some people for sure. It's an SR1 with marksman rifle damage, headshot damage, crit hit damage, and killer. An 1886 with rifle damage, crit hit damage, health damage, and eyeless. A 93R with pistol damage, damage to armor, and eyeless. Petrov backpack with weapon damage, armor regen, status effects, and tech support. Richter and Kaiser knees with skill tier, skill damage, and crit hit damage. Overlord holster with weapon damage, crit hit damage, and explosive resistance. And then we have a 7.2% headshot damage mod, 15,341 armor on kill mod, a 7.9% health mod for a turret, a +1 max target for a firefly, and a 6.1% duration mod for a trap. And then Roy Benitez, which is the final vendor of the reset, he is selling a military AKM with assault rifle damage, health damage, damage to armor, and sighted. Another good assault rifle, to be fair, because of the attributes. Roll strained or anything else you want on that, and that's a real good one if the AKM is what you like. There's a Stoner LMG with LMG damage, damage target out of cover, crit hit damage, and overwhelm. A Sausage 12 with shotgun damage, damage to armor, health damage, and strained. D50 with pistol damage, headshot damage, and eyeless. Overlord chest piece with weapon damage, headshot damage, health, and intimidate. Cheska gloves with weapon damage, skill damage, and weapon handling. Cheska holster with weapon damage, crit hit chance, and health. Then we have an 8.5% blind death resistance mod, a 16.3% incoming repair mod, a 7.8% scan range for a drone, an 8.5% radius for a pulse, and a 5.7% shock radius for a trap. And that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching. As I said at the start of the video, I am trying to be more consistent with these Tuesday update videos now. It's been a month or so with their lack of consistency, so I'm sorry about that. It's been really, really busy after the holiday and that, but looking to be back on form with them. Don't forget to like and share the video to support it. Subscribe if you're new. Help me to reach 42,000 subscribers, which we're so close to now. But most importantly, come and check out our fantastic gaming community. It's linked at the top of the video description. We're approaching 24,000 members. If your division agent is the place to be, so come and check that out. I'm going to end it here though. I'll see you in stream for those that watch at 8 PM UK tonight for when we do the Manhunt. But until next time, thank you again for watching. Stay safe and peace out.